Hey friends, welcome. So this is our third conversation together. This is Revelation chapters 10 and 11. And what I want you to understand is that we're finished with the sixth trumpet, but we're waiting for the seventh trumpet to blow. And for some reason, there's sort of a inter-period here where almost an intermission where we're waiting for that seventh trumpet. During this intermission, these scenes happen in chapter 10 and 11. The first one is that John sees another angel coming down. It's a fantastic image of this angel. Wrapped in a cloud with a rainbow over his head. His face is shining like the sun, and for his legs he has pillars of fire. One leg rests in the sea, one leg rests on the earth. It's an incredible vision. He has a scroll, and this is a little scroll. So unlike the big scroll that was given earlier, taken by the Lamb, Jesus Christ, this angel has a little scroll, hence this idea of an intermission taking place before the blowing of the last trumpet. What happens as a result of the little scroll is that eventually two witnesses come forth. And this is a gruesome scene yet again. These two witnesses, they give testimony, they're preaching, and what they're preaching about is God's judgment and God's justice over the face of the earth. They do this, and they preach and they testify, and then the result of this is a beast comes up from the bottomless pit and devours them and kills them and leaves them in the city. That's a huge affront for the Jewish people. After a person dies, their body is supposed to be treated with great respect and covered, and then the ceremony for the dead takes place usually within 24 hours. It happens very, very quickly. For these 3.5 days, it says these bodies lie there in the streets of Jerusalem, of the great city. The beast, every reference I've read says the beast has got to be a reference to Rome. So remember, we're talking about the persecution of these 7 churches in Asia Minor. So they're giving witness and they're being persecuted, and death comes to a number of the witnesses, those who are trying to give testimony to the power of God in Jesus Christ. The death comes at the hands of the beast. And then resurrection comes. So there's clearly something happening here, some promise to these churches that even though people are dying around you and their bodies are being desecrated, hope still lives. The beast of Rome is extraordinary, and the power may seem overwhelming, but resurrection is going to come. And at that point, the 7th trumpet blows. The most important thing I want you to think about during this reading of chapter 11, when the 7th trumpet blows, it's the first time the angels, the whole universe, gives thanks. This blowing of the 7th trumpet, this is the final judgment. This is the moment when all of creation comes to its fruition in God through Jesus Christ. This is the moment. God's judgment is here. God's plan has been fulfilled. I know we've got 11 more chapters in Revelation, and we're going to get there, but I want you to understand at the end of chapter 11, the reason for the Thanksgiving taking place only here is that God's plan has been fulfilled. Now we're going to see what else needs to happen.